Thank you very much. Let me again welcome you to MedZone African Motives. So we are still on Business Studies Grade 11, Term 3 notes. As you know very well, we are under the chapter which is called Assessment of Entrepreneurial Qualities in a Business. So in this presentation, we are going to look at the assessment of business against the quality of an entrepreneur. We are again going to talk about key factors in a business. Key factors in a business. And we are going to talk about areas of improvement. And lastly, we are going to talk about strategies that can be used to ensure that they remain profitable and sustainable. So without wasting much time, let us get into business of today. So here we are, where we're going to talk about assessment of a business against qualities of entrepreneur, like I have already said. So as it says, the personal qualities displayed by entrepreneurs make them successful. Makes them successful. So the personal qualities of entrepreneur contribute to the success of the business. So that is that. So when their business expand, entrepreneurs need to employ staff who reflect their passion and drive. So that is that. When a business grows, entrepreneurs should employ people who have similar qualities such as commitment, creativity, and as well as confidence. So these qualities should become part of the way business operates. So as it says, successful business incorporates entrepreneurial qualities in the way of doing a business. So that is that. Like we've talked about the personal qualities, we did talk about personal qualities displayed by entrepreneurs make them successful. So that is when you're talking about that is personal qualities that are displayed by entrepreneurs. So meaning to say what we are trying to say, we are saying entrepreneurs use qualities such as confidence, creativity, perseverance, risk-taking, commitment to overcome challenges and achieve their goals. For example, a business owner remains committed and finds new ways to attract customers when sales are low. So that is why we're talking about personal qualities displayed by entrepreneurs make them successful. That is the point that we are tweaking that I've just talked about. Also, entrepreneurs need to employ staff who reflect their passion and drive. Entrepreneurs, like we have said, they need to do what? They need to employ staff who reflect their passion and drive. So what does that mean? It means entrepreneurs use qualities such as confidence. It means no. It means that as the business grows, entrepreneurs need employees who are motivated, hardworking, so that they help the business achieve its goals. So that is that. So also it says a successful business incorporates entrepreneurial qualities in the way of doing business. Meaning to say the business should apply qualities such as innovation, customer focus, responsibility, problem solving, willingness to take calculated risk in its daily operations. So that is that, good people. Let us move on. So now we are on key success factors in a business. As it says, there are several key success factors that contribute to the business, to the success of the business. Some of these key factors are. So key success factors in a business are strategic focus. Focus. Strategic focus. As it says, strategic focus includes leadership, management, and planning. So meaning to say, the business needs a good leadership. Business needs good leadership, effective management, and proper planning to achieve its goals. So they need that. They need good leadership, effective management, and proper planning for it to achieve its goals. Hope we are together with people. That is the first key factor that we are to look at in a business. Profitability. Profitability. As it says, successful business effectively manage financial matters to ensure a return on their investment. Also, a profitable business attracts more investors that can lead to the business expanding. So what it means is that a successful business must earn enough profit, to cover its cost and provide a return on the money invested. Profitable businesses can also attract investors and also expand. That is that. So let us move on to sustainability. Sustainability. As it says, successful business are sustainable. Successful business are sustainable. The business must be able to continue without doing damage to the environment and the community in which it works. Business continue to exist despite all challenges threats is confronted with. Manages and reports on triple bottom line. That is when you hear about profit, when you hear about people, as well as planet. Also, these businesses attract and retain employees more easily as they are well known. Analyze the environmental and social impacts of the product and services the business uses and produces. This business reveals exactly what they do and what they stand for. That is when you think about sustainability. So it simply says in short, all this that have been said, it simply says uh, business should consider how their products and services affect people, society, and the environment. That is what this point means. That is what this point means. They should consider products and services. They should consider how their products and services affect people, society, and environment. A clothing company uses environmentally friendly materials and ensures workers are treated fairly. That is that when we make an example. So that is in short what we are trying to say. All this in short, it means that we should consider how our products are going to affect the people, society, as well as the environment. In short, the triple bottom line. So that is that. So let us move on and come today, market knowledge. Let us be on market knowledge. So market knowledge, let's say having market knowledge is knowing about the various aspects that could possibly impact on business. This includes detailed study of activities that a company can include in its core activities so that the value can be delivered to the market. So in short, the business must understand its customers. In short, about market knowledge, you have to understand your customers, understand customers, understand competitors, as well as the trends. Also understand what trends and market conditions. Trends and market conditions. And market conditions. That is what the business must understand so that it can provide value to customers. If you ask that, you understand all this that I've mentioned, customers, competitors, trends, as well as market conditions. This will allow the business to provide value to customers. For example, a cell phone shop researches which phone models customers want before deciding what stock to order. That is that. Hope we are together with people. Let us move on. Let us move on. Let us move on to strong customer base. Let us be on strong customer base. Strong customer base. As it says, successful business have a strong customer base and keep looking for ways to expand their customer base. This can only happen when they meet the needs of customers consistently and supply excellent service. That is that. So meaning to say successful business attracts and keeps customers by consistently meeting their needs and providing excellent service. That is the only way that you can keep customers. That is the only way that you can always see your customers coming back again, doing what you call repeat purchases. That is only if you can meet their needs or also provide excellent services. So that is that. Let's say, for example, let's say, you can make an example of restaurant. Restaurants can provide good food and friendly service, causing customers to return regularly and recommend it to others. They can even recommend it to your business to other potential customers. Hope you're together with people. Let us move forward. Now we come to good leadership. Now we are on good leadership. So let us be on good leadership. As it says, a good leader is a source of inspiration, a motivator. Good leaders also bring energy, enthusiasm, as well as agency to the workplace, which filters through the business and motivates the staff. That is good leadership. Meaning to say, good leaders inspire, they motivate, they even guide employees. They bring the emphasis on the energy and the sense of agency to the workplace. For example, a manager encourages employees to reach their sales target and recognizes those who perform well. That is that. Now let us be on ethics, controls, and good governance. As it says, business ethics is the application of moral norms to the business. An unethical or corrupt business is not suitable. Staff and customers get to know a business reputation and will not continue to support a business with poor governance. With poor governance. So here, that is when you're saying business ethics means applying moral principle to business activities. Good governance ensures that the business is managed responsibly and honestly. So that is that. Stable workforce. A stable workforce that are experts in their fields is productive. A motivated and happy, well-trained staff supports a successful business. Constantly recruiting and training new staff to replace staff who left is expensive. Is expensive. So that is that. So that is when we are talking about stable workforce. It simply says business needs motivated, happy, well-trained employees who are experts in the fields. So a stable workforce increases productivity and reduces the cost of constantly recruiting and training new staff. Yes, it is very expensive. So that is that. Let us be on unique product or service. Unique product or service. As it says, a successful business offers unique products. Goods and service must fulfill the needs and desires of the customers. There must be something special or different about business to ensure success where others fail. The product or service does not have to be unique, but something about what the business offers has to make customers notice it and to promote it. And as well as word of mouth, marketing is most important. So that's when we talk about it, unique product or service. So it simply says business should offer something different, special, or valuable that makes customer to notice. The product does not have to be completely unique, but it should have features that make it stand out. Must have features that can make it to stand out. You say, for example, let's say two KFC sell coffee, but one offers personalized coffee designs and free delivery, making it different from the competitors. You see, the product is still the same. So that is why we have said that the product does not have to be completely unique. These two people that are selling coffee, two of them, the difference now that the other one brings is that he or she offers personalized coffee designs and free delivery. That is that. Let us move on. And we are moving on to areas of improvement. Areas of improvement. So we are on areas of improvement. So as it says, business may lack some of key success factors to ensure that business run efficiently. These are the areas that business need to improve based on their assessment. So they first need to identify this, then come up with strategies to improve the identified areas. So a business that wants to improve should consider certain aspects when identifying areas of improvements. So we need to say, when you talk of areas of improvement, you can say these are the parts of a business that are not performing well or could be improved. A business should first identify these weaknesses, then develop strategies to improve them. So that is that. So, like they said, we should consider certain aspects when identifying areas of the problem. So, we are to regularly evaluate the price of every product. So, meaning to say, business should regularly check whether their price are competitive or profitable, considering a cost and what consumers are willing to pay. That is that. Let's take, for example, a coffee shop which checks competitors' price and increase the price of a share slightly because production costs have increased. So that is that. Also operate from a plan based on its vision to avoid deviation. So, meaning to say, the business should follow a clear business plan linked to its vision so that it stays focused and does not move away from its goals. So that is that. Make sure the money comes in quick. Make sure that the money comes in quick. So the business should manage cash flow effectively and collect money from customers on time so that it can pay its expenses. So we need to say business follows up customers who have not paid their account to ensure that the money comes into the business on time. Keep the business expenses to a minimum. Keep the business expense to a minimum. So should so business should control unnecessary costs so that more money is available for business operations and profits. That is that. Set goals with reasonable milestone and timelines. So meaning to say business should set realistic goals. You don't just set goals, set realistic goals. Divide them into smaller steps and give each step a deadline. That's that. Evaluate the benefit of increased sales against the cost of marketing. Meaning to say business should determine whether its marketing activities generate enough additional sales to justify money spent. Let's say, for example, a business spends 5,000 on social media advertising, and checks whether the campaign generated enough extra sales to make the expense worthwhile. That is what we are trying to say. Identify and implement the technology needed to support their operation and growth. So now we are trying to say you are to identify and implement necessary technology. So we need to say business should use appropriate technology. Use appropriate technology to improve efficiency, customer service, and growth. So that is that. Identify the target customer and what they do for them. So, meaning to say, the business must know who its target market is, what needs. Also, you have to know their needs. So that is why the business must know who its target market is, what needs, problems it can satisfy for those customers. That is that. Research and categorize competition, noting their strengths as well as their weaknesses. Meaning to say the business should study competitors, identify the strengths and weaknesses to understand how it compares with them. Differentiate the business against competitors and communicate these sales and marketing programs. The business should identify what makes different or better and communicate this through its sales and marketing activities. Look after best customers. Business should retain loyal and valuable customers because they are likely to buy repeatedly and recommend the business to others. Know who the needs of customers. Know the needs of customers. Ask, for example, ask for customers' feedback through surveys, direct interaction. So we're saying you are to know the needs of what? The needs of the customers. Business should regularly find out what customers want, the needs of them, as well as expect and use the information to improve their product and services. Regular review sessions where they view their structure, vision, and delivery methods. So that is that. Whereby you're going to hold regular review. The business should regularly review its structure, vision, goals, methods, delivering products or service, or service identity, or service to identify what needs to change. That is that. So now let us move on. So now we are on strategies can use to ensure that they remain profitable and sustainable. As it says, below are few strategies can use to improve problem areas which they have identified through planning. So when you talk about through planning, as it says, planning is important when it comes to being efficient. Time is money, and it is best to plan for effective resource management. Through planning means planning helps a business use its time, money, and resources efficiently. We know time is money, like it has been said there. Good planning prevents waste and helps the business achieve its goals. That is that. Sound financial management. Sound financial management and good accurate practice are the best ways in which business can remain profitable. So a business must manage its money carefully, keep accurate accounting records, and control expenses to remain profitable. So that is that. Effective management of scarce resources and employees. Many projects fail because business invests into many or too few resources. So that's that when you talk about effective management of scarce resources. So it more simple says business have limited resources. So they must use money. Materials, equipment, and time carefully. Using too many or too few resources can cause problems. Maintaining a solid customer base. So customer retention is an important part of your business, as this can ensure that they remain profitable, sustainable. So a business needs to offer great customer experience and build solid customer relationship. That's when we about what? Maintaining a customer base. So it simply says keeping existing customers helps a business remain profitable, sustainable, because loyal customers are more likely to buy repeatedly. So that is what we've just said. So being ethical. So an ethical business does not being ethical. An ethical business an ethical business behaves in a social responsible way, and that's what is right, and even if it is not necessary by law. So this simple business does not an ethical business that's what is honest. What is honest, fair, and morally right, even when it is not required by law. That is that. So this is the end of this presentation. Thank you very much for your time.